Welcome to the July 12th, 2020 online service for the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Salem. Our minister, Reverend Rick Davis, is on vacation. My name is Janet Stevens, and with a lot of help from Gloria, Holland, I will be leading today's service. Whether you are a longtime member of UUCS or are joining us for the first time, we're glad you're here. No matter where you are right now, we're together in community, in spirit, in our search for truth and meaning. Welcome.
Our opening hymn today is What Wondrous Love. It's number 18 in the gray hymnal.
And now, may we have faith in life to do wise planting, that the generations to come may reap even more abundantly than we. May we be bold in bringing to fruition the golden dreams of human kinship and justice. This we ask, that the fields of promise become the fields of reality. Please join me in saying our affirmation. Love is our doctrine. Compassion is our way. Here, we seek to create a joyful home for free religious exploration. Build a community of caring fellowship, nurture the hopes, and serve the needs of our world. At UUCS, we light 3 chalices, or in the case of today, we will be lighting 3 candles. And I have as an assistant my husband, Alan Holland. The first we light for our congregation, the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Salem, Oregon. We light our second chalice for our partner church in Siemens-Falva, Transylvania, Romania. And we light our third for the children and youth in our religious exploration program. And 2 for all the children of the world. Our religious exploration classes have been moved from our building to online. And you can join these lifespan Zoom classes by going to uusalem.org to find the link.
The world around us is changing. It's easy to become disconcerted and unsure of what is happening, what the future holds. So many things we have taken for granted have changed, become unrecognizable or controversial. For some people, these times mean being without necessary resources or being far from family. Perhaps you or someone you love has been adversely affected. Let's take a moment to send our blessings to those who are struggling. We have so much to be grateful for. Change can be hard, but it can also be joyful. So many people are working toward bettering this world for those who have been marginalized and treated unfairly. There is so much work to be done, but every step counts, no matter how small. Let's take a moment to focus on all that we have to be grateful for and all those who are working to make the world better for everyone. Concern for others and gratitude for our blessings. May we always be mindful of these. You can share your joys and concerns on our website, uusalem.org, where they can be shared with the entire congregation and perhaps at a later time within services.
I bring to you today a poem from Unitarian Universalist, the Reverend Sean Parker Dennison. Letter from Our Better Angels. Dear one, we have received your letter and we hate to tell you, well, not hate so much, but are a bit afraid to say we cannot grant your request as stated, but can only remind you of familiar things. First, faith. Faith in yourself and trust in others. We know it can be terrifying to be vulnerable, but only when you share your softest side will we be able to break through. Next, hope. Hope is not an empty fairy tale. It is the true story of all the times human beings like you have found a way to create the future, even though you didn't know how. And of course, love. Love that demands you cherish all people, not just yourself and safety. Love that is not satisfied until every argument ends abruptly when one child says, "That hurts." There is so much to learn and relearn. The world teaches you to be hard, to negotiate and defend, to avoid giving too much and to the wrong people. There are no wrong people. You also are not wrong. And when you encounter the poor, the broken, the unhoused and unwelcome, you are looking, if you pay attention, at us, calling you to answer your own prayers. If you want to change the world, first, be sure you are changing yourself. Be tender, be kind, be at peace. Be all the things you wish for. Be your own better self. It isn't without cost, but it will be free.
There is a well-known UU hymn which says, "Each night a child is born is a holy night." Nothing is holier than the promise that comes with each new life. But how can we be sure that each person knows love throughout their lifetime? How do we embrace and bless each new soul? I don't know what a soul is. I don't know where our souls are created or what happens to them after death. But I do believe that there is something in each of us that transcends the atoms and energy that make up our physical bodies. Perhaps a soul is where love resides. And if that is so, maybe our souls live on by passing love down through the generations, sending its protection, its promise, its comfort on through time. Now that I am a grandmother, I've reached an age where many of my family elders are no longer alive. Yet I still feel the pull of their dreams, their hopes, their unending love. I don't know how long I will be with my own grandsons. I hope I will get to see them grow into young men, but that's not guaranteed. I want Atticus, Remington, and Oliver to know how much they are loved, that they have always been loved, and that they will always be loved. I want to tell them that life is magic and wonderful and the best adventure. So just in case I'm not around to tell them myself, I decided to write them letters. There have been many letters and there will be many more, but I have chosen 3 to share today. First, a letter I wrote to my eldest grandson on his 3rd birthday in 2014. Atticus Jack, you are 3 years old now. You have learned so much. You have learned the abilities and limitations of your own body. You can speak and understand most of the English language. You can interpret body gestures and language. You've mastered the basics of physics, concepts of space, time, gravity, and speed. You have begun to understand sociology, spirituality, compassion, friendship, and kindness. You have experienced joy, anger, jealousy, and love. You've grasped the basic norms and values of our culture. You're amazing. And you have also learned about magic. One day, there will be those who tell you that magic is just in your imagination, not real. But magic does exist. Although it does change throughout our lives. It may come to you now in the form of Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny, monsters and wild things. But over time, it will become more subtle. You'll have to look and listen carefully in order to find it. It may hide in a forest, or a book, in the stars, or in the love of a friend. You may find that others are unable to see the same magic you do, and you may not see the magic that others see. That's okay. Magic is different for each person. That doesn't mean it isn't real. Your mother has made sure you learned about magic and wizards from the day you were born. And you learned that there's no such thing as a pure blood wizard. But what you may not know is there's also no such thing as a purebred muggle. And that's a non-magic folk. Your ancestors were Celtic and Wiccan and Druid. Magic is in your blood. Most of all, Atticus Jack, remember that love is the greatest magic of all. And you are, always have been, and always will be love. My second grandson made his appearance on Halloween of 2013. He is the sixth in line of second-born children, a place to be proud of, though he may not realize this for some time. Here is his first birthday letter. Remington Owen, you were loved long before you were born by many wonderful people. I want to tell you about some people that, although you will never meet them, nor they you, loved you long before you were you. Once upon a time, for all great stories begin that way, there was a wonderful woman named Hazel. She lived in a small town called Forest Grove in the state of Oregon. And in another town called Norton in the state of Kansas was born an amazing woman named Zila. Their stories are long and their many adventures are thrilling, but those stories are for another time. These women are your great-great-grandmothers. Even though they never met you or even knew your name, they loved you with all their hearts. They are just two of the many, many delightful and interesting people who loved you for so very long before you found your way into our family. They knew you were coming, and they sent their blessings and love ahead to be given to you by those of us who have the honor of knowing you. You are surrounded by love. Love that is shiny and new and comes from your family and friends, but also love that has stood the test of time from those you will never know. You are your own person, yet I believe your soul is made from the souls of your father and mother and all those who came before them. All of these amazing people are with you in your heart. If you are very quiet and still and focus inward, you will be able to hear the echo of their love and wisdom. My youngest grandson, Oliver, came along just last year. For medical reasons, his joining our family wasn't guaranteed, and he will be my final grandchild. This is his first birthday letter from January of this year. Oliver Bailey, we waited so long for you. We were all so excited when you finally made your appearance. I was too late to witness the birth of either of your brothers, but I got to see you emerge into this world. Such a perfect person, a brand new soul, yet so tiny, but full of love and hope. I don't know where new souls come from, where the spirit, the consciousness, the person is created or begins. This is perhaps the greatest of all mysteries, and maybe it's best left unsolved, because wonder and magic are part of what makes life so exciting. I want you to know that you have always been and will always be wanted and loved. I want you to know that there is magic in the world and that you are capable of creating and using magic. Like all grandparents, I wish you happiness and success. But each person must experience life and learn for themselves. And so, my precious boy, I hope you know hunger, so you will not take all you have for granted. I hope that you know disappointment, so that you will have compassion for others. I hope you know failure, so when you do win, you do it with grace. I hope you know loss, so that you are grateful for those who are with you now. I hope you experience unfairness, so that you will strive to make the world a better place for everyone. And I hope you experience heartbreak, so that you will be gentle with the hearts of those you love. And most of all, I hope you make mistakes, big mistakes, so that you understand that people are not defined by their mistakes, but by the actions they take to fix them and learn from them. Remember that every atom in your body is made up of stardust. You are made of the same matter as the stars and the planets, and as sages and saints. Your light shines as bright as the stars to which you once belonged. Life is an exciting journey. Look out the windows, ask questions, seek answers, meet people, and grab opportunities. But be sure to take some time to listen to the quiet, to look inside, and get to know yourself. July 2020, to all my boys. Today the world is topsy-turvy and changing very quickly. I don't know what awaits you in the new normal. I can't even imagine what the world will show you in your lifetime. I hope that whatever comes, you will meet it with open hearts and minds. You may choose a path that takes you on great adventures, or you may choose to stay close to home. Either way, I hope you choose a path of kindness, generosity, gratitude, and love. There will come a day when I will be gone from your lives. I hope you will always remember how much I love you. Remember that love continues as long as it is passed on. I hope you will share all the love I have given to you with those I will never have the honor of meeting and whose names I will never know. Love, Grandma. Whether you have children and grandchildren of your own, or you love and care for the children of the world, if you wrote a letter to a great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchild, what would you tell them, although you never met them or knew their name? Would you send them your love? I invite you to take a few moments now to sit in silence. Time to look inward and feel all the love that you have given and received throughout your life.
For decades, Oregon legally excluded Black people from settling in the region. Despite racist laws and attitudes, some came anyway. The Oregon Black Pioneers is an all-volunteer nonprofit organization based right here in Salem, Oregon. It was founded in 1993 to do research and educate Oregonians about African Americans' contributions to Oregon history. Oregon Black Pioneers works to tell the stories of these pioneers through presentations, exhibits, and books, and to partner with school districts and historical organizations to distribute this information statewide. In this time of expanded awareness of the history of the African American in this country, we as UUs might want to be particularly helpful in furthering the education of people about Black history, especially the history of Blacks in Oregon. Our Share the Plate recipient this month is Oregon Black Pioneers. To contribute money, your monthly pledge, and to donate to Oregon Black Pioneers, you can see the information that's on the screen here, or go to UUCS.org. Also, during this time of coronavirus and high unemployment, every month, more than 46,000 people, including 15,000 children, will access emergency food through the Marion Polk Food Share Partner Network. Many food pantries are seeing between 30% and 60% increases in families needing assistance, with some food pantries seeing as high as a 90% increase. New client signups for Meals on Wheels are coming in at 4 times the regular rate. Drivers are knocking on doors, making visual contact, and then leaving meals outside to minimize the risk for everyone. But they're still delivering about 650 meals a day. You may donate to Marion Polk Food Share through UUCS, and of course, you may also donate to them separately. Thank you for your kind generosity. This morning, Janet will be lighting our social justice candle. We light this candle each week to remind us of the many ways this congregation extends support, caring, and kindness to the wider world. As we extinguish the chalices, in this case the candles, let us go into the world remembering these words from a Jewish prayer. Grant us the ability to find joy and strength, not in the strident call to arms, but in stretching out our arms to grasp our fellow creatures in the striving for justice and truth.
Our closing hymn today is Sleep, My Child. It's number 409 in the gray hymnal.
Sleep, my child, and peace attend you all through the night. I who love you shall be near you all through the night. Soft and drowsy as are creeping hill and vale in slumber sleeping, I my loving vigil keeping all through the night. Mother, I can feel you near me all through
we are separated in space, we are together as a congregation. And one of the things that is so important in our congregation, is such a long-standing tradition, is the saying of our closing words together. So I ask you to reach out in body and spirit to those you love and join me in saying our closing words. May faith in the spirit of life, hope for the community of earth, and love for the sacred in one another be ours now and in all the days to come.